Hello everyone, so I'm delighted to introduce you to Robert Weaver from Property Partner, and to give you a bit of a background on kind of where he's come from, what he does in property and his role within Property Partner as well. So Robert, and everyone, welcome.
Morning. Yes, I started in property straight after leaving school. I moved to Knight Frank and Rutley. Realised I wasn't going to get anywhere without any qualifications, so I went off to college to get qualified. And then I've been with Allsops, which is a major auction house, and then I moved to Savills, where I moved very much into residential investment, running the residential investment team there.
Was it residential prior to Savills?
It was always, yeah, it's always been residential. And then having spent my time at auctions at Allsops, we started the auction team at Savills, and so it's grown up to what it is today.
Yeah.
And then, strangely through an unusual deal, at a place called Varsity House in Cambridge, we got into student accommodation, so we set up a bespoke student accommodation team at Savills as well. So three arms to our operation there.
Yeah.
And then one of my clients was Bradford Property Trust, the chairman there. He moved to a fund management role and asked me to join him in the city. So I did that for a while, and then I became the fund manager.
Anything to do with property as well?
That's all residential.
Yeah.
I'm running it's a £500 million residential fund,
wow.
Primarily around London and the UK, but I had a big holding in London.
Yeah.
And then we moved over into RBS, where I was global head of residential investment, looking after they became a very large accidental landlord because of the recession. Europe-wide, I was global head of residential there, but my main operating area was Germany, UK and Ireland, where we had a lot of property, billions of pounds worth of assets.
You see quite a difference between those markets as well. I guess they're quite
very different markets. Germany is very staid, very and there's a nature of, and it's grown up as a result of the war really. A lot of the building and accommodation was as a product of the war. Ireland was a product of the global financial crisis and what led the crazy boom that led up to it. And the UK, well, I've seen many times. I've been through recessions a couple of times here, so I've seen it all before.
Yeah.
And this is a very mainstream market here. But yeah, Germany's very different. It's a very long-term rental market, very driven by certain pricing bands, and you get out of the pricing band, people just move.
Yeah.
But very good long-term secure income.
Yeah, nice. And how's that play into where you are positioned today, let's say?
So, so then that's when Dan approached me to come to Property Partner. He saw me talking at a seminar, the RICS conference actually, and thought it would be great to get somebody with the skills on board. And so I came to Property Partner starting in January 2015. Buying the first lot of properties, which one we did at auction, one actually failed at auction, was a great deal. Yeah. Buying single individual houses and flats, and then we morphed into more adventurous properties, blocks of flats, what I call to be the true investment market. Yeah. Layering on debt onto that to make it a more investment product. And then more latterly, we've moved into student accommodation, purpose-built student accommodation blocks, and a little bit of commercial.
Fantastic. So we'll touch on in some of the future videos as well with other different property assets, let's say, the Property Partner kind of cover. But it's definitely a nice rounded background, isn't it? A lot of experience in the residential property market, which is really good.
Man and boy.
Yeah. Fantastic.